Coming right to field 3 for match 3 is 2060M as in Mary and 4945F as in Fred. If you are in match 4, 5, or 6, please head to the appropriate queuing table. Let's get going.
Good evening. We're about to start our first few rounds. In just a moment, we gotta let our team set up quick. But our first qualification round, our teams are gonna be 2060X, the Goda Griffins, and 4931D Robo Gummy Bears.
Let's get to our fields. Matches 1, 2, and 3 to the fields. As our teams at Field 1 are setting up, one more reminder to our audience. We are live streaming tonight. I just confirmed we are live currently, so we're up and running. At home, they can see the same thing that you're looking at from the stands on the screens. That is our live stream. It's just coming through the TVs here, just like it would at home. The RoboDogs is the YouTube channel. Tonight is our last night for qualification matches. In 2 weeks, we will have our final league night where they will have their finals matches, kind of like a playoff, and skills. Tonight is their last chance to rank up to hopefully be able to participate in those finals. You can tell what the teams are ranked by the number in the small white circle next to the team numbers. If you look up on the screen, you'll see team numbers. There's a small white square. Sorry, I think it's a circle. There's a small white square. Inside of that square is a number. That is their current ranking. It does automatically adjust as they go through the night, and their average score either goes up or goes down. Quick repair job here on field 1. We're going to give one of our teams here in field 1 a few more minutes to try to repair that. We're going to jump to match number 2 first. We're going to start match 2 instead. And they're off here on field 2, match number 2, even though it's our first match of the night, it's technically match number 2. We have 61187A and 2060G working together.
All right, so I actually lied. We're gonna start off on qualification round 2. Our team's currently playing our 61187A AR Pikmin and 2060G the Bingo Boys. And I do want to just give you a little look into our rankings. Our Pikmin group, they are going to be our 13th ranked team, and our Bingo Boys are going to be 8th. And you can see that in our little white boxes with those numbers right next to their team numbers. And for scoring currently, that bi-color stack gives them an extra bonus points, and as well as the bottom peg matching the bottom plate color. So because it's on that yellow section and the bottom one is yellow, they get bonus points. Same thing applies to that bottom pin being blue and that little blue corner that gives them extra bonus points. And we'll see what they score in just a minute.
We always confirm with the students that the score is what they agree with. Then our referees save it. 36 points. Good job here for these teams. We'll head back to field 1.
And they scored 36 points, and we are going to move back to qualification round 1 in just a moment.
On field 1, we have 2060X and 49301D as in dog. Couple of very different looking bots here. We have one that has more of a conveyor system to run the pins up and load them in the back. Our other robot is a claw robot, trying to get the pins in that color bonus corner. 2060X unloads their 3-color 3-stack from their back door. Taking in a few more pegs. Pins, I suppose they're called pins. Oh, let's see if they can get it. Let's see, 49301D is trying to get a 2-color 2-stack in that book. Can they let go of it? Oh, that's going to be a referee call. They're going to have to go over and make sure that that robot is not touching that 2-stack. If they're touching the 2-stack, they will not get the points for it. They get credit for the stack in the corner. Verifying the score. If a robot is touching 2 or more game elements when the buzzer ends, they get an extra bonus for that. And 37 points on field 1. Good job for these 2 teams.
And they scored 37 points, and then we're going to skip forward to qualification around 3, which will be on field 3, and I'll have those teams for you in just a moment.
Is up and running. 2060.
Alrighty, and our teams for this round are going to be 2060M, Nuclear Sprinkles, and 4945F, GRCMSF.
This is an EagleBots team and a Grandville team working together. Again, the score they get, they both receive. That score then gets factored into their average across all 3 league nights. There's the end of our switch driver period. Lots of good driver communication happening between team members. 3 seconds left. They got credit for knocking off the starting pin. A lot to add up at the end of these matches this year. Our refs want to make sure they get it right. Then verify with the teams. They seem pleased enough. I like that. All right, 38 points from field 3.
Alrighty, and they scored 38 points. And for our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 63-16-5S, Air 404, name not found, and 49-45B, Eaglebots, B-Bots.
Our head ref explaining it's been 1 point increment increase for each match. 36, 37, 38. So he said they have to get at least 39 points to keep up. Match 4, field 1, 63165S and 4945B as in boy. I do love the, what I assume are 3D printed sunglasses, safety glasses without the safety on 63165S. Pretty sure there's no actual safety glass in those. That's why I said the safety glasses without the safety.
Alrighty, and point system working right now. Both those robots are working on bicolored stacks, which bicolored stacks, their bonus points is 5 points, and each peg that is stacked is worth 1 point. So that is a 7 pegs. The stack is 7 points, worth 7 points, I'm sorry. And because if they put it on the yellow placemat, they will be getting extra bonus points. But I think right now they're just trying to secure some points because knocking off those slanted pegs are worth 2 points each, and I think they just want to secure it because their system at first was not working for either of them. Alrighty, and they scored 8 points. They got their 3 cleared starting pins and robot connecting scoring points to get those points.
The lowest, I believe.
And our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 2060K off-brand French fries and 63-16-5R Red Mario. And if you cannot hear Mr. O talking already, do not be too worried about the 2 lowest scores per team because they will be canceled out of their average at the end of the round.
And 63165R. We got a 3 stack already. It's 3 colors, and they're going for that red color bonus. Our other team, 63165R, is working on a 2 color stack there in the center. Oh, knocked their pin over. And they got their 3 color 3 stack in the color bonus. Our human loader here on our other alliance side just put in a new pin so that 2060K can go and grab it. And they're going for their other human loaded pin to get another 3 stack. Can they let go of it in time? There's a 2 color stack in the center. And another 3 color stack controls down. Woo! That was close.
And in that last second of the round, they ended up getting a tricolor stack, so 15 bonus points for the tricolor, as well as 3 points, so 1 point per peg. That is a 18-point stack. Sorry, I had to think back if I said 15 or 10 bonus points.
Might be our high score of the night. Oh, yeah. 65 points on field 2.
And 65 points out of that. 3 color stacks. Apparently I had 2 of them. I missed the other one. And 8 points out of their connecting and that contacting
We're
scoring
warming up now.
object
We're
at the
warming
end
up.
of the
The scores
round.
are coming.
Alrighty, and for this qualification round, our teams are going to be 4945E, Eaglebots Pinchers of Pickles, and 2060N, hashtag still brainstorming.
There was our initial switch driver. They have 10 seconds to make sure they switch. That allows them to finish an activity and still be able to switch drivers in time.
This robot near the center, they do have a tricolor stack in there. I'm not sure if they're going to try to go to that high point.
4945E is going to attempt to put a three-color
They are going to put that tricolor stack in that corner, so they do get 10 extra bonus points on top of their tricolor stack and peg points. And they got some of their starting pins knocked over on this near side, so I wonder what their final score is going to be. But looking into the future to our next qualification round, it's going to be qualification round 7. Our teams are going to be 4931B, Robo Dragons, and 2060F, Can Calculator Conductors.
As long as you didn't push them too hard. Showing the teams. Seem pleased on one end. Our ladies here being extra diligent. Appreciate that. They approve. 56 points. Another nice high score there on field 3.
Alrighty, and they scored 56 points.
Back to field 1, match number 7. And they're off. 49301B as in boy and 2060F as in Fred. Both of them quickly with two color stacks. Wow, and they get it in that center standoff. That's an extra high bonus to get it up there. 2060F is trying to place their 3-color
And if we
stack
look in this
in the
center,
bonus. I think they might
there
have
are
it.
2 bi-colored stacks, so they get 10 points per, 5 points per, I'm sorry. So 14 points right there,
That's kind of
and
the
they get bonus
evolution of
points
this game, right? At the
for,
beginning
I
of
had
the
to hold my
season,
breath,
it's
I
all
thought they were
about
going to knock over their tricolor
those
stack.
stacks.
And
Once they
for
perfect
being on that
then it's
high
about getting
ledge,
them to a location
they
on the
do
field
get
for
20 bonus points from there.
You see
I
they've
wish I
come
could
a
do
long
math that
ways
quick,
in
but
just a
I
few
am
months.
so brain dead from this week. But they have an enormous amount of points just from that
And
center
that might be our
area,
last score of the night.
and that is not including everything else on that board.
Keep in mind, most of these teams didn't start even designing or building or knowing anything about this game until like the middle of October. So all of this has happened in the last 4 months. Oh yeah, that's high score for the night. 83 points on field 1. Well done to those two teams.
And they
That
got
should help
83
out their
points
average
out of that.
scores.
And our next qualification round, our
Each
teams
team
are going to be
will run 4 matches tonight, and then that is
63-16-5P,
it for
VEX Men,
qualifications.
and 26A, Bots O Steel.
8, field 2. We have 63165 P as in Paul and 206A. You might notice some blue tubing on these teams' robots. That is from VEX Pneumatics. Yes, even at 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, these students are learning how to utilize pneumatics.
And in the first 20 seconds, they already had 2 bicolored stacks in that center portion.
Really start to figure out how to utilize these systems.
And right now, it is our 2nd and our 15th ranked.
I see two color stacks, now a 3rd 2-color stack in that center space.
3rd 2-color stack in that center, giving them those extra bonus points.
Hoping that they're in the right spot for the color bonus. We have 5 seconds left in this match. This is Caledonia Robotics and Grandville Robotics. Controllers down. To agree. Both teams agree. Oh, just a double check here, which is totally allowed, as long as it's respectful. I love in this program that students at this age learn to advocate for themselves. Scores are saved, 48 points on field 2. Nice job to those teams. Yeah, you can applaud. They're kids. It's fine to applaud for children.
Alrighty, and they scored
okay.
48 points. In our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 4945D, Eaglebots, Pin Blasters, and 4931C,
On field 3,
Motor Rogues.
4945D as in dog, and 49301C. 4945D is a robot that can do two stacks at once, and they do. Two color stacks all at the same time.
And if you are just tuning in for the first time, this is one of my favorite builds of a robot, is having that dual function of getting 2 stacks at the same time, because then they can get it in that pin absolutely flawlessly, and they can get it on that top section. They are such an amazing team. I've seen them many times, and they work so well together as a group. Even with that driver switch that needs to happen, they just do it so flawless, you miss it if you're not even looking.
And 49301C is doing their part by knocking
And
off
if we
all
look
those
at these
starting
preview
pins.
points, is what I'm going to call them, the 100 points. That is before they finalize it, so don't be too focused on that score, because it may and or will change as they are talking to the refs and getting their final decision. But absolutely flawless. Good job on both of those teams.
But it's still extra points. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure they did enough to get to 3 digits, but it's going to be close.
A beautiful 107 points out of that qualification round. Good job on both those teams. For our qualification round 10, our teams are going to be 4945C EcoBots Gorilla Gears and 4931E Cyber Knights.
Of just one of those pins. So it is a heavy piece to be able to lift and set on that center standoff. Match 10 on field 1, we have 4945C and 49301E as in Edward. Working on trying to get some 2 stacks. I see 1 2-color 2 stack sitting out there. Our human loader tosses in another pin. Gently sets another pin appropriately. It didn't toss, thankfully. Human loader does a nice job making sure those pins are exactly where they need to be. Going crazy on the starting pins just to get some points there from 4945C. Starting pins on the other side of our field. Can they get that last one? Oh, just missed. Good job, teams, though. That was a good.
Alrighty, and we will see their score in just a second. But from what I do see 3 of their starting pins knocked over, so that should secure them at least 6 points. I have super bad eyes, so I wish I could tell you what else I can see from this point of view that you guys are seeing. I think it's just really depends on what they are or not touching on the other end. Alrighty, and they scored 17 points. And for our next qualification round, qualification 11, our teams are going to be 2060J Hyper Hybrid Pickle Snakes and 4931A Gear Goats.
2060J and 49301A.
This near robot is automatically making sure they get their starting point pin points, which is an absolutely great strategy, and they instantly get a bi-colored stack as the other teammate gets, I think they got a bi-color stack. I think they are getting their second one, in progress of getting their second one right now. And if you've never watched one of these, so the rounds are 1 minute long, and they have 10 seconds in the middle of their match to switch drivers, which is a part of their big challenge of this round.
Knocks off the starting pin, might as well while you're driving by. That pin just fell out. I don't know that they're touching another one, so they won't get the credit for touching 2 elements at the end.
And from my knowledge, they do not get points if they are touching a stack, but they do get points if they are touching just a singular pin at the end of the round.
They get the agreement. Score saved, 42 points on field 2.
Alrighty, and they scored at 42 points. In our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 4945A, Eaglebots D's Axolotls, 6-7, and 4931D Robo Gummy Bears.
There's their start signal. Match 12 has 4945A and 49301D as in dog working together. Going for the starting pin over there on the audience side. Oh, they're not going to just knock it off. I wonder if they're going to try to actually take it up into their, that's a nice way to do it. So now do they get
this is a technique that I've never seen. They're getting their starting pins off, which, I mean, they can get points from that, like just stealing them off there, because their objectives for is to just get it off the pins.
49301B.
I've never seen this strategy, but it seems to be working for them. I'm curious of what they're going to do with those pins. But they did get all of their starting pins off.
2 seconds left. And controllers down. Looks like agreement from both sides. 27 points on field 3. Nice job, teams. We'll head all the way back.
Alrighty, and they scored 27 points that round.
This will be match
Our
13
next
here
qualification
on field
round, number 13, our teams are going to be 2060N, hashtag still brainstorming, and 4945B, Eaglebots, B-Bots.
Match 13 has 2060N and 4945B as in boy working together. Eaglebots and Grandville robotics teams. Eaglebots using that claw to try to knock off those starting pins.
And this team on the left-hand side is our first ranked team here right now, which basically just means that they have the highest average of the people competing, which they seem to have a very good communication with each other. If you do look at them throughout the round, you can see that they are consistently talking to each other, saying, do this, but in a very polite way, don't worry. And it seems to be very much working out with them, especially with their ranking. Just getting some pins.
Nice job there, last second driving, doing whatever you can.
I had to hold my breath, but I think they are touching the pin, so I do think they are going to get points for the pins they ended up touching.
That's really cool.
But we will see what their score is in just a moment.
4945B has an H drive. That means they have a fifth wheel on the underside of their robot that allows the robot to what's called crab walk. Go side to side and forwards and backwards. $32 points on field 1. Nice job, teams.
Alrighty, and they scored 32 points for our next qualification round 14. Our teams are going to be 4945F, GRCMSF, and 2060X, the Goated Griffins.
Fred at 2060X. F has a 2-stack in their claw already, going
which
for a 3-stack.
mentioned earlier, I love when they have that slot that they can slide a block in, because it does help them so much getting that tricolor stack, which one of our robots here is currently doing. No, and their tricolor stack just got knocked over, but they do have 30 seconds to still redeem themselves, making sure they get a bicolor stack right there.
2060X.
The team in the middle is trying to make sure that their tricolor stack stands up, but it's not going to work in the last 6 seconds. But their other teammate did get another tricolor stack that they knocked over. And they accidentally knocked over one of their starting pins. As much as chaotic that was, it was a very good round from both of them. They were both very resilient and really tried their best to get those tricolor stacks to stand up, which are very difficult to do.
Verifying with the teams.
All right, and they got 24 points. And our next qualification round of 15, our teams are going to be 26A, Bots of Steel, and 49-45E, Eaglebots, Pinchers of Pickles.
24 points from field 2 there on match 14. Nice job to those two teams. Now we have match 15 on field 3. And both teams are off. These robots do start with a preload, by the way. They start with a pin either touching their robot or completely inside of their possession. It allows them to quickly get 2 or 3 stacks. We have 206A and 4945E as in Edward working together on field 3. 4945E has a 2-stack inside their robot already. Looks like they're going to attempt to get a 3-stack. Knocked over that blue pin they were looking for, so they might have to reassess. Unfortunately, they have a pin that is human loaded and tipped over, but it's still touching that load zone. If there's a pin touching the load zone, you can't load any more pins. So even though it's laying sideways, they couldn't put another new one in because it's touching that loading zone. You know it was a good match when you see pieces of robot laying on the field. That's always a good sign. And on field 3, a final score of 43 points. Nice job to those two
Alrighty,
teams.
and they scored 43 points. In our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 2060G, Bingo Boys, and 6316 5S Air 44 name not found. And I am saying the Bingo Boys, as their name is typed out. It is a bunch of bees in their bingo. So I have to say it right. I have to honor their name, obviously.
We have 2060G and 63165S. Match 16. Knocking a starting pin off. While 2060G is getting a 2-stack. I see some 2-stacks in the color bonus area. Assuming they're in the right space. Teams are verifying. Looks like we have agreement. 28 points, field 1. Nice job.
Alrighty, and they scored 28 points in our next qualification round.
Field
Our teams
2.
are going to be 63-16-5P, Vexman, and 2060K off-brand French fries.
Match 17, 63165P as in Paul, and 2060K. A quick 3-stack. Can they get it in that color bonus corner? It's down. Can they back it? It's in. 63165P is trying to get that human loader pin.
And currently playing for our rankings, we do have our third and our fourth team, which, again, I do love these teams that have the slide in that they can go in, and the,
10 seconds left.
I don't know the right term, but when they have the firmer grip so they can make sure they aren't going to drop their pins mid-air.
Are they away? Oh, we'll have to see what the ruling is on that. You just got to let it go, we'll see. So the two-color stack doesn't count as a two-color stack because the robot is touching it, but it does count as the end bonus for touching two elements. So
alrighty, from what I heard, that they are touching a two-color stack currently, so it does not count as a two-colored stack per se, but they might be getting points out of it. I didn't hear the rest of the
elements at the end of the match, so that's another end match bonus for them. Nice score. 66 points on field 2.
And they got 66 points. In our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 61-18-7A, AR Pikmin, and 2060J, Hyper Hybrid Pickle Sneaks.
61187A and 2060J working together on field 3. Both of them off to a good start for having a two-stack. I see they cleared 2 starting pins already. Fast work here for these two teams. Oh, 2060J just lost their blue pin there. They'll have to restart with a new stack. Another two-stack. 61187A going for that center standoff. It's on and they're away. They got it up there. Nice job. Oh, and 2060J gets a last second two-stack in that center space. I love these teams drive right up to that last second, get as many points as they can. Both robots with an end bonus for touching 2 elements as well. It all adds up. Nice score. They seem excited. They agreed. 59 points on field 3. Good job to those teams.
All right, and they got a score of 59 points. And our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 4931E Cyber Knights and 2060M Nuclear Sprinkles.
We do have a huge event here on Saturday. A lot of these teams that you see here tonight are competing in an all-day tournament here in Grandville at our Robotics Competition Center on Saturday. Field 1 is match 19, 49301E as in Edward, and 2060M as in Mary. More on that event on Saturday if you're looking for something to do. You can come watch 52 elementary teams and 20 middle school teams compete. That's right, we're going to have 72 teams doing VEX IQ here on Saturday. I see two stacks in the center. Another two
I
stack
currently
that I
see
think they're gonna try
3
to move into the
bicolored stacks. One of them
And
is
they
being
have
moved
it there.
currently.
Can they set it down and let
Maybe
go?
building a 4th right now.
And they're clear. Going for those starting pins now, it looks like. Knocks that one off. There's 2. Making quick work. I love the excitement of these teams. They seem pretty pleased. They're excited about that score. I love it. 57 points on field 1. Nice job.
Alrighty,
Field
and they
2.
got a score of 57 points. And our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 63-16 5R, Red Mario, and 49-45C, Eaglebots,
That's number 20
Gorilla
on field
Gears.
2. Team working together with an Eaglebots team. Color bonus space. Another 2 stack. Oh, they keep it upright. Nice driving. And another 2 stack. 5 seconds. Can they get them in? They have 4 2 stacks in the center. That's all they can have. Nice job maximizing those bonus points. I do enjoy the claw design from 494 Honest. It reminds me of like an auto wrecking claw that they use, you know, to pick up cars and put them in the crush. It's a very unique design. 60 points from field 2.
Alrighty, and they just got a score of 60 points.
Match number 21 on field 3. 49301C is in cat and 4945A. Working together. We have another Eaglebot team competing here, this time with the Zeta robotics team. I see a 2-color stack in the color bonus. Pins are knocked off. They're going for a 3rd. There's a 3rd starting pin. Cleared. 49301C is chasing down that blue pin. They got it. Can they stack it in time? Oh, good try. Great effort. 23 points on field 3 there for match 21. Good job to those two teams.
Alrighty, and they just got a score of 23 points.
Jumping right into match 22 on field 1.
And our teams playing currently are going to be 2060F Can Calculator Conductors and 4945D Eaglebots Pin Blasters.
We have our 4945D robot that again can do the two stacks at once. And I remember earlier they also put a beam up on that center post. See if they can do it again here in this match. See if they can get that two stack in the beam first. That's step 1. And, oh no, they lost one of the stacks. They still got one though. In the meantime, 2060F is working on the 3-color stack. They dropped it on the center. Nicely done. Controllers down. Lots to add up when they started using the beam in this game. See some excitement there.
Alrighty, and they got a score of 75 points, and they did get that beam on that high point, which definitely did help their score. But our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 4931A Gear Goats and 4931B Robo Dragons.
Another high score for the night. Match 23 on field 2, we have 49301A and 49301B as in boy. Two teams that I would assume know a little bit about each other since they're from the same robotics program. A quick 2-stack on the center standoff. Another 2-color stack in the color bonus. Just lose that top pin. They say, oh well, we'll just take this one and try to put it on top of this other blue pin. And they got it. Another 2-color stack. And the human loader puts another pin in. Can they get it in that corner color bonus? And they do. Another color bonus over there in the corner. Just missed that last second starting pin. All right, 82 points. Woo-hoo. That's a nice score.
Alrighty, and they got 82 points. And our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 4931D Robo Gummy Bears and 26A Botso Steel.
Match 24, we have 49301D as in dog and 206A. I will say that tonight 49301D has had to do a lot of repair on the robot, but they've always come to the field and been able to compete, so good job for that team for being able to fix and show up. A lot of these League Nights tournaments are all about, can you get your robot ready for that next match? About to attempt a two-color stack. They got it stacked. .206A is looking for a way to get some pins in their robot. There goes one. And controls down. Both teams agree, 11 points on field 2 here, nice job. Sometimes that's the way matches go. Keep in mind, lowest scores drop at the end of the night.
Alrighty, and they got a score of 11 points. And our next qualification round is going to be 26EJ Hyper Hybrid Pickle Snakes in 6316 5P Vexman.
Match 25 on field 1. 2060J and 63165P, as in Peter. I see a two-color stack already in that center yellow bonus space. Another two stack from 63165P. I believe 2060J is trying to get some of those starting pins knocked off. Jay's got a two stack. 2060J gets in the yellow bonus. Another color bonus. Give it a little nudge to make sure it's in, I think. They seem excited about the results. Both teams agree. 62 points. Nice job, field one.
Alrighty, and they scored 62 points. In our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 4945B, Eaglebots, B-Bots, and 2060G, the Bingo Boys.
We have 46 matches tonight. Match 26, we got 20 more to go. Field 2, 4945B as in boy, and 2060G. Quick two stack from 2060G. Oh, just had that red pin tip on him for 4945B. They'll have to grab another pin. We're in our switch driver period. Again, they have 10 seconds to make sure that their second driver gets the controller. 4945B is going for those starting pins. They have 2 cleared on the audience side. I think they're heading over here to the other side. They get a third starting pin. 10 seconds left. Trying to get that fourth starting pin knocked off. Oh, just missed it. Good job, teams. Nice driving. referees agree. Let's see if the teams agree. And 13 points on field 2. Good job, teams. Way to stick with it.
Alrighty, and they got a score of 13 points. And our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 2060K off-brand French fries and 4931E Cyber Knights.
If only you guys could hear some of the things these children say when they come to the field. Priceless. All right, field 3, match 27. We have 2060K and 49301E as in Edward. This is match 27. And there's that 3 stack in the bonus corner. They're calling to their team, their alliance partner to try to load another pin. They're getting a 2 stack in the color bonus in the center. Looks like we're going for another stack in the red bonus corner, and they got it in there. And they backed away. Also clearing some starting pins from their alliance partner. That's some good teamwork. Nice teamwork. That's some excitement for the score here on field 3. 75 points. Another big score.
Alrighty, and they got 75 points. And our next qualification round, our teams are going to be at 4945D Eaglebots Pin Blasters and 4945F GRCMSF.
Reminder, it's totally fine for people to be using the track. Just make sure you stay in this competition center. Field 1, match 28. 4945D as in dog and 4945F as in Fred. One other note about staying in this competition center, you also want to be careful about going in our stairwells. Sometimes our stairwells do lock, and you can get in the stairwell, but you can't get out of the stairwell. And there is no cell signal in the stairwell. So you gotta make sure you don't get yourself caught in the stairwell. I have found children stuck in there for 30 minutes before. Even loader loads once so they can get a 3
With
stack.
20 seconds left, one of our teammates are making sure they get their points on those starting pin points.
Just gotta get over that
And
ridge.
we do have a tricolor stack and
Backed away, I think it's in.
2 tricolor stacks, and one of them is in a red corner with the bottom peg being red, so they do get 10 extra bonus points from that on top of their tricolor stack, so 15 and 3 pins, so 28 points just in that corner, if I can do math properly. And that is not including everything else on the board, it's just that corner that I counted.
40 points on field 1. That was match 28. We move to match 29. Field 2.
Alrighty, and they scored 40 points.
2060M as in Mary.
And
2060N.
our teams on this
Two of
round
our Oaks
are going to
South
be
Intermediate School
2060M
teams.
Nuclear Sprinkles and 2060N hashtag still brainstorming.
Elevator door opens. And their 2 stack comes out on the color bonus. Oh, they nudged it. Not sure if it's still in or not. That's a ref decision. Switch drivers signal just alarmed. They're going to try to relocate it again. Oh no! Oh, I think they're still okay though. I see two stacks in the color bonus space. 5 seconds. There's a third 2-stack.
Alrighty, and they got a score of 55 points. And our next qualification round, number 30, our teams are going to be 49-45A, Eaglebots D's Axolotl 6-7, and 61-18 7A AR Pikmin. And if you are wondering on how many qualification rounds we do have tonight, which tonight is our last round of having qualification rounds, we will have 46. So this is 30 out of 46.
61187A had a pin and it fell out of their claw, so they're going to go back for another one. 4945A is going for those starting pins. They have one. And we have a 2-color stack in the color.
Getting a bicolor stack in that red corner. So 10 points plus the 5 plus the 217 right there. And they got all of their starting pegs off of their starting block. I really forgot the word now, but anyways, we're getting a bicolor stack on that center tower, beautifully lined up, and that was in the last few seconds, making sure they get their 20 bonus points just from being on that part with their bottom block being yellow. Alrighty, and they got a score of 54 points. And for our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 2060F, Can Calculator Conductors, and 4945E Eaglebots Pinchers of Pickles.
For other teams, by the way, that's awesome sportsmanship. I love that. Field 1, match 31. 2060F as in Fred and 4945E. Keep in mind those little boxes next to team numbers are showing their current ranking. In 2 weeks on our final league night, the top 16 teams will move on to the finals. It'll be the top 16 after tonight. However, we still need all the teams to come because you got to run your skills, and there are awards for skills. So even if you're not top 16, you got to come back and run those skills with us. Oh, just knocked over the 2-stack. But we have a 3-color stack on the audience side of the field. And the end of that match. End of match 31. 28 points.
And they got a score of 28 points. In our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 4931C Motor Rogues and 2060X the Go to Griffins.
All right, we are in match 32 here on field 2. This is 49301C as in Cat and 2060X.
And in that center section, they do have a tricolor and bicolor stack. And they're both on that yellow platform, which gives them 10 extra bonus points just being on there with the bottom peg being yellow. Oh, wow, another bicolor stack. I wish I could do math quickly, but I trust the estimate of 62 points, not including the final lies.
A lot of pins in that center space.
And they got a score of 66 points.
66 points on field 2. Nice job from that. Match number 32. On to match 33 on field 3.
Alrighty, and I just did hear that our top 16 teams of the end of tonight will be advancing into our final round, which three bicolor stacks, excuse me, and one of them being in that center high stack, giving them 20 bonus points, 10 bonus points, and another 10 bonus points, not including what the stacks are worth.
All right, match 36. I'm sorry, no, this is match 34. 61 points. Sorry, I'm getting my matches all mixed up here. That was 33.
Alrighty. And they got a
points.
score of 61 points.
34.
Our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 63-16-5S, error 404, name not found, and 63-16-5R, Red Mario.
34. We have 63165S and 63165R. So teams are more than welcome to fix a robot if something goes wrong, but they have to put the controller down on the ground. Any pin that's in their possession has to be removed from the field. It can be reloaded, but it cannot go back in with the robot. The robot has to restart in its starting position, pick up the controller, and they're back at it. Nice job for getting that fix in though, guys. That's good work. That's a lot of pressure to try to get that going again. Just missed the 2-stack. There is a 2-color stack in the center. I love that at the end there, 63165R was just trying to run into as many pieces as they could to get that end game bonus. I like Sorry. That was good. That was good. I give you credit for that. That was fun. So because they were driving so quickly, unfortunately they touched the pins, but then bumped them off of themselves. So there was a little bit of gap, so they didn't get the end bonus. But our young man here quickly did a little tap with his robot, goes, "No, look, now they're touching." But then he said, I'm kidding, right away. I'm kidding.
Alrighty. And
that was 7 points for that match on field 1.
alright, and they got a score of 7 points, sorry. He screamed, I'm kidding, and I had to make sure it was true. Our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 4931A, Gear Goats, and 2060K off-brand French fries.
I think they're heading for that color bonus corner. And they made it in the color bonus corner. There's a 2-color stack. Going for the blue color bonus corner, and they get that one. In the meantime, their alliance partner put a 2-color stack in the center color bonus. Controls down. Nice job, teams. Good driving. They all agree, it looks like. 66 points. Nice score here on field 2. Continuing on to field 3. Match.
Alrighty, and they got 66 points, which seems to be a common score tonight, and 56 as well. Anyways, our teams that are about to start playing are going to be 4945B Eaglebots B-Bots and 26A Botso Steel.
Match 36, we have 4945B and 206A. That's 4945B as in boy. Our teams switch up their drivers in the allotted 10-second time. I see 2 starting pins that are cleared. There's another starting pin cleared. Can they get the 4th one? And they do. All 4 starting pins have been cleared. And 4945B makes sure that they're touching 2, I hope. as much as they can tell from their driver's spot. Our ref will confirm. Looks like they're touching too. Verifying the score. 10 points for match 36 there on field 3. Nice job to those teams. Good effort, getting as many points as you can. Field 1, match 37.
Alrighty, they got a score of 10 points. And our people starting to play right now are going to be 2060 G, the Bingo Boys, and 6316 5P Vexman.
Quick 2-stack in the yellow middle space. Trying to make sure it's in that color bonus, I believe. 2060G also has a 2-color stack. Trying to make sure that those stacks end up in the color bonus. There goes another 2-stack. And they have a 4th 2-stack. Let's see what they can do with this in the last 5 seconds here. They got it in that center. We'll see what the refs have to say about color bonuses or not.
Alrighty, and they got a score of 48 points.
Number 37.
And our friends that are about to play are going to be 4945E Eaglebots Pinchers of Pickles and 4945F GRCMSF.
And 4945F as in Fred. As we're wrapping up our matches, teams, please make sure you clean up your pit area before you head out. Grandville teams, remember some of you are our host team tonight and need to stick around until the very end to help clean up. A 3-color stack in the yellow bonus space. Another 3-color stack in the color bonus corner. There goes the starting pin on their way to getting another 3-stack in the color bonus. Really good. Loading up on those 3 stacks. And another starting pin. And another starting pin at the last second. That's going to be a good score. Oh man, second highest score of the night.
What did we get? What did we get? I don't know. I think we're
I
happy
love that
about
they're
it.
still verifying though, that's so great. Like, 92 points on field 2. Nice job.
An amazing score of 92 points right there. And for qualification round 39, our teams are going to be Eaglebots Gorilla Gears, which is going to be 4945C, and 2060F Can Calculator Conductors.
We have 4945C as in Cat and 2060F as in Fred. Again, since our night is coming to an end, audience, please give a round of applause to all of our volunteers that help make this work. All of our refs, our cuers, anyone who helps set up or tear down, our AV students who run the live stream. This doesn't work without all of them, so please make sure you show them some appreciation. I see a 2-stack in the center. A 3-stack they're trying to set down. Another 2-stack in the center. Can they let go of that 3-stack? With concentration and focus, they got it in there. There goes a pin. It's okay that it came off. It still counts as a cleared pin. Nice job, teams.
Hey, whatever it is, you guys have time to fix. Okay?
There's some more excitement about scores. I love it here at the end of the night. It's a long night, but we still get excited about high scores.
Not sure what it is.
66 points on field 3.
Another score is 66 points. Good job to them.
Match
Our
40.
next qualification round 40
7 more
is
matches,
going to
friends.
be
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
4931D Robo Gummy Bears and a 2060J Hyper Hybrid Pickle Sneaks.
Match 40 on field 1. 4930.
Instantly, our robot with the little pink on it on the top, they got 2 starting pins and are going for a bicolor stack currently. Two of them, both of them have a bicolor stack they are putting in the middle.
Going for those human loaded pins on either end. Working on getting some more pins for some stacks. 2060J has another 2-stack. And they
Third bicolor stack going in that center with just less than 10 seconds left in this round.
Oh, last second tap. That put it in the color bonus. Good drive.
That was close to not be counting their third bicolor because they almost
the pressure.
stopped. When they stopped their round, they almost were still touching it. So super close call on that one.
$55 points on field 1. Good job there. That was match 40 on
And they got a score of 55. Our next round, 41, our teams are going to be 49-45A Eaglebots, D's Axolotl 6-7, and 2060M Nuclear Sprinkles.
Human loaders are already getting some pins placed on the field for their robots to come pick up. 4945A is going after those starting pins. They've cleared 3 so far. Switch driver period. Drops off his 2-stack, then gets the controller switch. All of the starting pins are cleared. Seconds.
Alrighty, and they got a score
Match
of
41 was
27, and we are going to be on our fourth to last qualification round in just a moment. And our teams for that is going to be 4931E Cyber Knights and 4945D Eaglebots Pin
Match
Blasters.
42, field 3. We have 49301E as in Edward and 4945D as in dog. Going for that double 2-color stack, and they get it quickly. As I've seen them do a few times before, they're going to go for that. They're going to go for the beam, and they got their 2 stacks in the beam. Now they lift the beam. I'm guessing this is their last match of the night. Can they get it on the standoff one last time? And it's up there. Nicely done.
Got that beam in that middle section on that bonus point. So, and I'm 99% sure that they are going to be, the stacks are going to be considered differently. So I think it is 5 bonus points, 5 bonus points for each stack. So I think both of them on the beams, that is 7 points, 7 points. And with the beam points and being on the center, I have had such a long week with Senior Survivor. I cannot do math, but we'll see the score in just a minute. And that it was not including all of their starting pins getting knocked down.
Just verifying. Want to get this one right. Not that they want to get any wrong, but like the more value there is, the more accurate you want to be, of course.
We got a couple double stacks.
Our refs agree. That's a new high score. Wait for it, 126 points on field 3. Wow.
And highest score I think we've seen is 126 points. Beautiful.
I don't remember seeing one that high yet. Nice job to those teams.
Alrighty, and for our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 4931C Motor Rogues and 4930 01A Gear Goats.
All right, so this will be match 43. We have 4 more matches, if I'm doing my math correct, including match 43. We go to 46, so that'd be 43, 44, 45, 46. 4 more matches. We have 49301C as in cat and 49301A. 2 of our Ada Christian robotics teams working together.
Two bicolor stacks in that center.
They have
Um,
a 2-color stack that I think is in the color bonus. They have another one that is not in the color bonus. And another one that I think is in
Two
color
bicolor
bonus.
stacks, as I was
Two stacks in
saying.
color bonus, one that is not.
So
Looks like they're gonna try to pick
7
the one
plus
that is
10,
not.
that is
While also their alliance partner
17
trying to
points
get a
per
4th
of
2-color
those
stack.
stacks right now, which they're
Controls down.
is the 3, but I don't know if that 1 is going to be counted because it is only halfway on it. that is up to the refs.
And 48 points for match 43 on field 2. Good job.
And they got 48 points. Alrighty, and for our second to last round for our qualifications, our teams are going to be 2060 N hashtag still brainstorming and 6316 5R Red Mario.
I see some 2-color stacks in the bonus. All right, this will be our last match on field 2. We have a match on field 3 and a match on field 1 yet. That was 43 points on field 2. Nice job.
Alrighty, and they got a score of 43 points. And our second to last qualification match, our teams are gonna be 2060X, the Goated Griffins, and 6118 7A, and then their name is gonna be AR Pikmin. Last second, they ended up getting that bicolor stack on the center, but it is up to the refs on final decision because it may or may not still be touching their robot.
Unfortunately, there was movement of the robot after the buzzer, so they did not get that 2-stack on the center standoff because of the movement that let go of it after the buzzer.
Yeah, they got credit for touching it.
clarify, they did not get credit for the two-stack on the standoff, but since they were technically touching it when the buzzer went, which is why they don't get credit for the two-stack, they do get credit for touching two field pieces at the end of the match, so they still get some points there for their efforts.
Alrighty, and they got a score of 12 points. And for our final qualification round, our teams are going to be 63, 16, 5S, error 404, name not found, and 49, 31B Robo Dragons.
Remember, in 2 weeks, we do come back for our finals and our skills matches. 63165S and 49301B as in boy, working together. Quick two-stack, looks like they're going to go for the center standoff.
Quick two-color stack attempt going to that center.
They got it on there. Back to Wade.
Got it on there, perfect.
Nice job. Six 3165S is trying to get that red pin on it. Looks like they straightened it out. Now they're going to put it in that color bonus. I believe there's another two-stack in there. I think both of those will count. 5 seconds left. And the end has come. Of matches. Sorry, that sounded doom and gloom. The end of matches have come. Our final score generally doesn't come up on the screen, so once the teams agree on the score, I will let you know what that final score is. All right, our final match score was 63
Our
points.
final match score is going to be 63 points, which that will wrap up our night. Thank you for joining in. We will see you maybe on Saturday if you guys tune in. Have a great night and stay warm.